This sari what I am wearing today is, this is during my this thing, my daughter's, my mother-in-law gave her during the wedding time, this sari. This is called a Parsi semi gara. It is a heirloom. It is from her mother. In our Parsi custom, we give it to the daughter or to the daughter-in-laws. So my mother-in-law gave it not to any daughter-in-law, but to her granddaughter, which my daughter was very thrilled with it to get this sari, because she always used to say, "Granny, give me this sari of yours." So she had promised her to give the sari, and she gave it to her, and she really has preserved this as a remembrance of her grandmother. This sari is, and now Parsis we get it as a heirloom. This sari is more than 150 years old. More than 150 years old this sari is. This is a half the border gara. It is in olden days. We used to give to the girls during the marriage time, or otherwise during the Navjot, what we have a thread ceremony. We keep the sari in the auspicious this thal, and when the girl becomes big in this thing at adolescent age, that time when she wears the first sari, she wears this sari only. But we usually give red color sari. In olden days, they used to give this border saris. So this I inherited from my mother. She gave it to me as a present during my wedding time. This is my actually my grandmother's collections. These are my grandmother's collection, which we pass it on to family, one to the daughters, and to the heirlooms, like that. This is how we get it. Understood? And this is the 4th generation sari, I can say that way. My grandmother, my mother, my daughter, myself, and my daughter. People in Navsari, Surat, Ahmedabad, Bharuch, all these sites, more traders used to go, and they used to take the orders, and when we used to back from China, they used to bring these borders, and along with them they used to get the border designs also, so people can choose it, and whatever way the Parsis wanted, they used to weave it and bring it that way, according to silk threads, according to if they wanted a fully or a semi or a half or a quarter, whatever it is, or a motif, whatever it is, that way it is. In our Parsi gara, most of it there are birds, there are the storks, peacocks. Some people like the peacocks. My brother is original gara of my great grandmother. Then that is fully of peacocks and stork. It is called bird of paradise. That way. These charas are original from China, because India used to trade with the Chinese, and in the exchange of goods and opium. So they used to send the silks to India, and the rich people used to buy this silk saris, and this is how it became popular, and they started taking the orders from the people. They used to bring the samples, and from that they used to weave, and next trading they used to bring back the saris, and in Navsaris and Bharuch and in all these gullies and all small by lanes and all, they used to sell it, all the borders. This is how the Parsis used to give orders to them. Followed, and if there is any change of work, they used to explain to them, and they will embroidery accordingly, and they buy it, and they used to make these saris and then bring it to India and sell it. This is how this Chinese garas came to India, and this work flourished in India. Yeah, these borders were only ordered by Parsis during those days, because Parsis used to love wearing saris, and in those days they used to cover the head with this, and it was a tradition, and a cap also. On the cap these borders were kept. This border, these beads border. Even on the chappals they used to embroidery. That we call it sapat. That जैसे अभी मोजरी कैसे रहते हैं ना आप लोग की, जो शादी में पहनते हैं ना, वैसे वो भी पहले एम्ब्रॉयडरी रहती थी. और ये जो बॉर्डर है ये बीड वर्क है, और दूसरा भी है, ऐसे बहुत किस्म के. इसमें कलरफुल भी आता था, और इसको है ना टोपी में लगाते थे। और इसके ये भी है ना जो डिफरेंट सिल्क्स पे बनाते थे, ये एक ही सिल्क पे ऐसा नहीं आता था, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सिल्क्स पे बनाते थे हम लोग। चाइनीज गारा में ब्यूटी क्या है कि पीछे का कुछ भी आपको हैंडवर्क, जो पीछे और आगे का एक ही टाइप का वर्क रहेगा, इसमें नॉट्स नहीं दिखेंगे आपको। ये झबला बोलते हैं इसको, ये मेरा ग्रैंडसन का है, ये भी हेirloom ही है, पारसी हेirloom है। ये हम लोग में बच्चों को फर्स्ट बर्थडे, लड़कियों को, और लड़के भी पहन सकते हैं लेकिन लड़कियों को फर्स्ट बर्थडे पे पहनाते हैं, और नवजोत के टाइम पे पहनाते हैं अगर बच्चियाँ बाय 7 ईयर्स और फिर इसके बाद नहीं पहनाते हैं इसके लिए। ये भी गारा टाइप का वर्क ही है इसका, समझे ना, ये बॉर्डर रहता है, और कभी कभी है ना पहले के ज़माने में इसको बॉर्डर रहती थी और ये प्लेन रहता था। ये जाने कि ये पहला फुल ये है। ये पारसी गारस हम सिर्फ शादी या नवजोत के टाइम पे ही पहनते हैं इसको, और ये और किसी भी कौन से भी फंक्शन में नहीं पहन सकते। कभी किसको हम हिंदू के यहाँ कभी किसको पसंद आया तो चलो ये बार एज ए ट्रेडिशनल कुछ चेंज, और सिल्क के बदले ये भी पहन के जा सकते हैं, लेकिन इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन। बट आजकल बहुत सबको ये बहुत पसंद है, तो हम लोग कभी कभी ये भी पहन लेते हैं ओकेजन पे, कुछ घर की सेरेमनी होंगी या यही पहन के जाते। मैं ज़्यादातर पारसी साड़ी से पहनती हूँ जब घर की सेरेमनीज होती है, तभी ऐसा रिलेटिव्स के बुलाए ऐसा, तो मैं बॉर्डर साड़ीज पहन के ही जाती हूँ, पारसी बॉर्डर साड़ी। दिस द वे वी कैन यूज़ द साड़ीज, अदरवाइज वी कैन नॉट यूज़ द साड़ीज इन दैट वे, understood? It is not a daily wear because it can get stained and the silk can get torn up, because the silks are very old. Now it is only one, this silk can be only dry cleaned at RTI here in Bombay, and there is only one laundry, Blue Angel, who is specialized only for this. Others you cannot laundry these saris. You not at home. If you dry this thing, if you wash it at home or anything of the sort, the color fades, the whole border fades, and there is no value for it afterwards. So we have to be very very careful when we are wearing these saris, original saris. It's a heirloom first of all, and these work are not done again, because I know this work from China, what they use, this originality is, you won't get it, you know, and it is basically a heirloom from our ancestors, we can say that only, and we have to preserve it that way. And I love garas, that is the only thing. Even my daughter loves garas very very much. During our engagement time we have to wear a red one sari from the in-law side, whether it's a Parsi gara or whether nowadays that they get it embroidered, because many people 90 now Parsi community, hardly 50% of the people also not must be having this Parsi garas. It is that way. Only the rich shots, big shots and big Parsis and all. And some people just sell it off because of the money, poor people, because they can get good money for the income for this, that's what. So now if you go to market, hardly you get this borders. If you get it also, they are exorbitant rates. So now I don't get it. This is my only heirloom what I have, and I preserve it, and this will go to my daughter-in-law as well as to my daughter. But my daughter, she uses, she loves Parsi garas, and I am very happy that at least she has kept this tradition to wear it, you know, that even my daughter-in-law also loves it.